Welcome back to CoverStory Highlights, raw, unapologetic, and grounded in truth. In today's episode of Constituency Profile 2025, we remain in the breadbasket parish of St. Elizabeth, turning our focus to St. Elizabeth Northeastern, a seat with a rich political history and an intriguing upcoming contest. The PNP began its dominance of this constituency back in the 1959 general election. When Sydney Pagon secured a victory, Pagon successfully defended the seat in 1962, 1967, 1972, and 1976. The latter contest seen him defeat William J.C. Hutchinson, polling 7,733 votes to Hutchinson's 6,270. However, Pagon suffered his first and only defeat in the pivotal 1980 general election, when Hutchinson polled 9,106 votes to Pagon's 6,460 votes. Hutchinson then held the seat uncontested in 1983 due to the PNP's boycott. Pagon bounced back in 1989, reclaiming the seat against the JLP's Hugh Dawes, an educator who once served as principal of the Montego Bay Secondary School. Pagon polled 9,042 votes to Dawes' 5,433. Retiring before the 1993 election, Pagon handed the reins to Roger Clarke, who kept the PNP's dominance alive by defeating Winston Lewis of the JLP. Clarke polled 7,608 votes to Lewis's 3,140 votes. Lewis later switched to the NDM, that's the National Democratic Movement, for the 1997 election, while the JLP brought in Basil Perrier. Clarke triumphed again, polling 10,058 votes. That was 68% of the ballots against Perrier's 4,239. Lewis, running as an NDM candidate, managed only 290 votes, about 2%. Clarke held the seat for 3 terms before moving to Westmoreland, paving the way for a young comrade named Kern Spencer, who won the seat in the 2007 general election but had to step aside later. Just before the 2011 election, Raymond Pryce was selected and went on to beat the JLP's Corey Samuels by over 4,000 votes. Despite being a late addition to the constituency, demonstrating both his political skills and the strength of the PNP base. After Pryce withdrew his interest in the seat, Santa Cruz businessman Evon Redman got the nod for the 2016 election, and he defeated Sapphire Longmore of the JLP, with Redmond polling 7,726 votes to Longmore's 6,206 votes. Notably, Delroy Slowley, then an independent, polled 696 votes. Redman later stepped away from politics, and the PNP chose Basil Waite, who lost in 2020 to Slowley, who by then had joined the JLP. Looking to reclaim the seat, the PNP has now chosen young attorney Zuleika Jess, who previously contested Clarendon Central against the JLP's Mike Henry in 2020 but lost. Jess, a newcomer to St. Elizabeth Northeastern, is betting on the constituency's historic loyalty to the PNP, which only swung away twice in 1980 and in 2020. But the challenge is real. Delroy Slowley, a grassroots Santa Cruz businessman, has proven his ability to attract even some key PNP workers. During my recent visit, I noticed at least one influential former PNP delegate actively campaigning for Slowley. It is not yet clear how many traditional PNP voters have stayed with Slowley. But one thing is certain, the PNP should not underestimate this Slowley factor. a respected local businessman running one of the largest school breakfast feeding programs across 4 divisions in the constituency. They describe Slowley as a people person who put people over politics. That's according to one constituent. This will truly test the resilience of the PNP base in St. Elizabeth Northeastern in the 2025 election. So until next time, when we head over to St. Elizabeth Northwestern, shining the spotlight on each constituency ahead of the 2025 general election. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments below. This was CoverStory Highlights Constituency Profile 2025. Have a good one, Jamaica.